Hello, on this video I'm going to talk about the CVE. So the CVE stands for Common Vulnerability and Exposure. When you think about CVE, you can also think about patents. For example, when someone invents something super cool, then you file for a patent and then a patent is granted to you. So a patent is a documented way for you to say that you invented something super cool. A CVE, on the other hand, is a way for a security professional to document a vulnerability that this person found. So that might be a bug or a weakness on the system or anything, but it's a documented way to take advantage of a system. So let's visit a couple of websites for CVE. So I'm going to do a search for CVE. And the first link that comes up is the mitre.org website. And these are the people who take care of an enormous database of all the CVEs that we have. So I'm going to click right here on Search CVE List. And on this place, it lets me search for any CVE. So I'm going to search for WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the text message app from Facebook. So for that specifically app, we have a lot of CVEs, and each CVE is a description of a way for a hacker to take advantage of that specific system, in this case, WhatsApp. Now, the expectation is that before this CVE goes public, that whoever came up with the CVE will also notify the company so the company can fix this vulnerability before this CVE goes public. And that's why it's very important for you to update everything you have as often as possible. Your apps, your computer, your phone, whatever it is, you need to update as soon as there's a patch release. And there's a lot of other CVEs here. And if you go to search again, so this time I'm going to search for IIS, which is the web server from Microsoft. And then sure enough, you have a lot of CVEs too. So the CVE naming syntax is CVE, then the year that it was found, and then a ID number. So this CVE here was found on 2020. And again, you click on it, and then there's more description on how to exploit this vulnerability. The other website that I like is CVE Details. And on here, you can browse by vendors, product, or anything else you want to browse. So I'm going to browse by vendors. And here's a list of all the vendors, all the software manufacturers that have something that has a vulnerability. So pretty much everybody who makes software will have a vulnerability, and most likely they do have a CVE here. Now another one that I like is the top 50. So I'm going to click on vendors. And here you can see how many vulnerabilities each vendor has. And Microsoft is the top here. However, having the largest amount of vulnerability does not make one company worse or better than others, because that depends on the type of vulnerability. Also depends on how many products they have and whatnot. But if you can see here, all the big companies that have a lot of smart people working for them, they still make software that one way or another will have some kind of vulnerability. And just by curiosity, I'm going to click on one of them. And here you have a bunch of vulnerability. Now the score is also important. The higher the score, the more dangerous the vulnerability is. And if you have the ones that are in red, that means it's really bad. So green is not that bad, but red is really bad. So let's click on this one here and see what it is. So it's information disclosure. It can compromise integrity, shut down, and authentication is not required to exploit the vulnerability. In other words, if it's red, it's not good at all for this product in general. And here is the version of the products that are vulnerable to specifically this issue. All right, and right here in the bottom we have Metasploit modules revealed. So this specific case here, has no Metasploit, but let's take a look at what Metasploit is. So Metasploit is a penetration test framework, and Metasploit has a console, and that console is all installed on Kali. Remember, Kali is a fully functional operating system based on Linux that you can download for free and install on your computer. And Kali is exactly the same OS that all the hackers and also all the security professionals use to do testing. Now let's go to the next website, which is rapid7.com. So Rapid7, if you go all the way to the bottom, there's a link here called Vulnerability and Exploit Database. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to search for module, and then here I'm just going to type Apache, which is a web server. And I'm going to click here on the first one, and I have a description of what it is, and then right here in the bottom I have the module. So if I have this module here, that means I can use this on Metasploit. And what's telling me here is the instructions on how to do this. So pretty much here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 5 commands inside the Metasploit framework, and then I issue the run command, it will run the script, and then it will exploit this vulnerability for me. So really, you do not need much skills to do this kind of hacking. All the programs are there available for you for free, and the information on how to do the hacking is also available for you for free. And the script to do that is already written, and it's inside Kali for you. All you need now is find a system that has this vulnerability here, and then you can join a network, run this script, and then you hacked in. So very simple. So it's a very simple way for you to be very effective on hacking. And like I mentioned before, that's the reason why you need to maintain your systems updated all the time. All of your servers, your phone, your security cameras, whatever it is, make sure you keep it updated all the time. So I'm going to do another search right here, and I'm going to search for the Ring doorbell, which is what a lot of people have in their houses. And sure enough, there is a CVE for that. So someone found a vulnerability for that thing. And if you look right here, allows the attacker to obtain audio and video data. Now this CVE is from 2019, and I can guarantee that Amazon already fixed this issue. But if you have specifically this doorbell with this version, then you need to upgrade or get a new one. So basically anything that's connected to the internet will have some kind of vulnerability. So any IoT device you have, come here, do a search, and see if it's vulnerable. And I can guarantee that you will find something that has a vulnerability that you own today. So let's search for Apple Watch. Everybody has Apple Watch. There's a bunch of CVEs on that. Or iPads. A bunch of vulnerabilities. How about Android? Yep, a bunch of vulnerabilities also. And some of them, look, found on 2021. Now this video is being recorded on January 22nd, 2021. So that means this year alone, look how many CVEs were found already on Android devices. And just about anything you have that connects to the internet will have some kind of vulnerability, and I bet you're gonna find it here. Alright, so let's do one more search here before we finish this video. So let's see if this has any vulnerability. I'm gonna search, and looks like it does have a vulnerability. But either way, please like and subscribe to this video. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.